Gemini, you were not brought here by a capricious chance, Gemini. You were summoned. While you slept, a golden thread was gently tied to your right wrist, and that thread guided you here. Someone above moved the pieces, someone in your lineage lit a lamp, and the lamp, once lit, searched for you through invisible corridors. Do you feel it? This message has found you because it was the only possible destiny. To hear it today, with your heart open, with your eyes able to see through shadows. The breeze that passed through your window was not a breeze. It was the voice of your guides. The murmur of traffic was not noise. It was ancient bells. By sacred mandate, by covenant of light, you have arrived. And here you are, beloved child of air, with your two wings wondering whether it is better to fly east or west, whether it is better to descend or rise even higher. Listen, you do not come seeking coincidences. You come seeking signs. Allow me to begin with what I must say first, with a warning the deck lays on the table with maternal firmness, because it cares for you, because it covers you like one who adjusts a blanket at dawn. I see the moon rising, large and silver, mirroring fears that are not yours. The moon, when it speaks, whispers of what hides in folds, of what grows in the shadows if it is not faced with courage. What is there, between what you thought you had overcome and what you silenced so as not to disturb? There are people who have worn velvet smiles, but beneath the velvet they carry strings that pull. Hidden enemies are not always faces with frowns. Sometimes they are friendships that offer you a cup and, without meaning to, dissuade you from your purpose. Sometimes they are voices that sound just like yours but repeat doubt as if it were prayer. What if you fail? What if you are not enough? Do not ignore those echoes. Recognize them. Bless them and tell them, today you do not belong to me. The Seven of Swords appears and speaks of strategies, of steps taken on tiptoe, of someone who wanted to take something from your table when you were not looking. Do not be alarmed. This card does not arrive to scare you, it arrives to light a lantern. I see in your astral sphere a house of communication very active. Messages that go and come, documents, plans, contracts. Among them, an agreement that seemed minor reveals shades of darkness. Broken promises, unclear clauses, misunderstandings that turn into chains. If someone offered you a shortcut that shines too brightly, look at it calmly. Every blinding shine can hide blades. But I also see your intellect, quick, clear, of living mercury, detecting the trap with grace. And what if this enemy is haste itself? What if the shadow is not outside, but in the habit of pleasing before feeling? I ask you, and I embrace you. Could it be that your greatest sabotage was keeping silent a no? Remember, when you say no to what chains you, you say yes to your freedom. However, not all is warning. Justice sits in the center of the spread, and her sword shines like the dawn. She comes to restore balance. Have you felt that you gave more than you received? Have you felt that your scale tilted for years toward commitments that robbed you of your voice? Justice straightens that axis. She comes slow and sure, with the steps of a goddess. She tells you that contracts are clarified, that debts are paid, that what you gave with love is returned to you multiplied by divine law. Hidden causes come to light. Masks fall without you having to point them out. Isn't that the purest miracle? That truth reveals itself without wounding, that the threads that tied you unravel without tearing your skin. And if someone acted with deceit, the universe does not forget. It learns first, corrects later, rebalances always. As I speak, I feel the high priestess behind you, like a silent mother, guardian of the library of your soul. She encourages you to trust your intuition, to feel your pulse when something sounds false and to tell yourself, if my body knows, I believe it. That is the key. What you call hidden enemy may lose its power as soon as you recognize its movement in your chest, that tension in the throat, that weight behind the eyes, that knot in the stomach. When they appear, stop. Breathe deeply and pronounce the decree given to you today, a golden key to open doors and break shackles. I claim my light, I release my chains, and I walk in truth. Say it softly now. Look at your fingers. Feel the warmth return. Say it with your name. Say it until something inside clicks. Say it as one who lights a torch in an ancient corridor. I claim my light, I release my chains, and I walk in truth. Because this reading, Gemini, not only warns, it baptizes. It baptizes you with the clear water of your own discernment. Do you see that shadows shrink when you face them head-on? Do you see that enemies lose their edge when you embrace them as teachers who taught you boundaries? Do not forget, darkness is not a monster. It is sometimes just a room without a lamp. You are the lamp. You are the oil. You are the fire. The magician appears, and with him your creative word. Your tongue is a chisel. It sculpts realities. I tell you with tenderness, watch what you repeat. If you repeat, I get confused, the world will give you more crossroads. If you repeat, I organize with ease, the pieces will align. Do you realize your power? In your natal chart, Mercury moves the waters like a dolphin, swift and joyful. Channel it. Write your goals, draw your route, speak with respect about your own processes. When your mind doubts, accept doubt as a breeze that does not topple your house. Your house is built of sacred decisions, and each true decision cuts another chain. I lean over the deck and hear names I will not say, but I distinguish vibrations. Someone close to you with a wide smile and restless hands, who sincerely wants to help you but does not know how, and someone who watches you with interest when you share your ideas, as if seeking to replicate your steps without giving you credit. There is no rancor in your heart. There is weariness. The hermit shines his light on your inner path. A bit of solitude will make you wise, will bring you the right counsel. Do not flee from short silences. There you will hear the voice that matters. You are asked to look into the mirror of your relationships. When did you adapt so much that you forgot the edge of your own form? When did you leave your background music to play someone else's playlist in the foreground? This is not a reproach, it is an embrace. You have loved well. Now it is your turn to love yourself better. I repeat it because that is how truths are recorded. You have loved well. Now it is your turn to love yourself better. Loving yourself is not opposing anyone. It is embracing your center, and from there sharing without bleeding yourself dry. If hands approach that keep asking and asking, remember that you can give, but also close the jar so it can refill. I write down a whisper that crosses the room. Write in the comments, I choose the light. Do it if it resonates. Sometimes by writing it you seal intentions on firm ground. And if these words touched a deep string, honor the invisible agreement. Feel at home and, as a small ritual, offer your gesture to the universe. If this message sustained you, place your like as one who puts a candle on an altar. Not for me, for you. It is a sweet little pact with yourself, a silent promise to make space for new revelations. In gratitude, you open the door through which other blessings, other synchronicities, other proofs that life conspires in your favor, will enter. I return to your cards. The wheel of fortune turns, and it does not do so in vain. I hear the rubbing of gears, the creak of doors. Cycles half closed, letters never sent, farewells you postponed out of love or fear, all return to the stage with a new script. This time, you dictate the lines. If before you had to wait, now it is your turn to decide. If before you hid not to disturb, now it is your turn to appear with love and firmness. Someone will want to negotiate. You will be able to do so without giving up your essence. The rod of justice shines again. Contracts, permits, legal matters, even discussions about property or authorship, find gradual resolution. How? Not by force, but by clarity. Your clarity will be your talisman. I speak to you of the practical, because the sky is made flesh in your hands. Love, your heart, when honest, becomes a magnet. There is a pending dialogue with a person whose gaze you avoided, perhaps out of weariness, perhaps out of pride. It will go better for you if you say what you really feel without unnecessary adornments. He who truly loves you will know how to listen, and if he does not, it means he is not ready for your frequency. Money. I perceive a gradual improvement, first subtle, then evident, linked to an idea of yours that others underestimated. Do not let it go. Water it with consistency. Work. Movement. An alternative offer, a collaboration, or an unexpected promotion appears on the edge of the month. Review the terms carefully and remember that your time is valuable. Spiritual energy, elevated and sensitive. Therefore, sleep well, drink water, walk barefoot if you can. Guardian color, turquoise with golden threads. Think of the sea kissing the sun. Lucky numbers 3, 5, 11, 23, and 33. Repeat these numbers as one learns a rhythm. They will remind you of your dual nature made symphony. If at this stage you feel that the shadow wants to lengthen, return to the decree and sit in your center. I claim my light, I release my chains, and I walk in truth. Do not pronounce it as one who begs, but as one who affirms a right. This is your right, to live without knots in your throat. This is your right, to cross the night with your lamp lit. This is your right, to love without exhausting yourself, to create without asking permission from ghosts, to walk without carrying others' backpacks. I ask you something simple and profound. Attend to your boundaries. Your brightness attracts, and what you attract sometimes arrives with clumsy hands. Teach, lovingly, how to touch your life. You will set boundaries like one who plants a garden, not a hostile wall, but a living hedge that protects the flower. You will see that those who truly love you will understand and be grateful. Those who only sought temporary refuge will leave in peace. And you, meanwhile, will discover something precious, that in making space for yourself, you make space for the sacred. There is a promise beating at the edge of this first stretch of reading. The star already appears with her jug. I hear her say that your nights will have signs. That word that appears twice in the same day, that dream that repeats a symbol, that person who names a place you thought of silently in the morning. They are crumbs of light so you do not get lost. Trust. Divine justice does not forget you. It watches you, accompanies you, takes your hand when you think no one sees. And when the scale balances, because it will, what troubles you today will be a sweet anecdote. You will remember the shadow to thank the lamp. Perhaps you wonder, why now? Because now your wings are strong enough, Gemini. Because now your voice has learned to pronounce your full name. Because now you understand that freedom is not escape, it is presence. Because now, at last, your heart has accepted that it deserves rest and flight, root and sky. Do you not feel it? It is the edge of a dawn. I do not close without returning to the beginning. You are called, not dragged. The invitation is not a harsh command. It is a caress that says, "Come, it is your turn." If something in these words lit a spark, keep it. Bear witness to your own brightness. If it arises in you to honor this encounter, leave your gesture of gratitude as one who leaves a thread of bread on the altar. Your like is a gentle seal, a way of murmuring, "Yes, I receive. Yes, I commit to listening more." And if you want to inscribe your intention in the shared earth, write, "I choose the light." That simple act links you with other walkers who, like you, want to release chains and choose clarity. Before I say goodbye for today, I leave you with an image. You, standing, holding a key. You do not need to break doors. You only need to remember that you can open them. What will you do with that key? Which new room will you open first? I will be here, mothering your flight with words, while the second part of this reading comes to you like a gentle wave. Until then, return to yourself from time to time, breathe, and if the noise returns, repeat, slowly and firmly. I claim my light, I release my chains, and I walk in truth. The wind blows again around you, Gemini, and it is not just any wind. It is an ancient air, filled with murmurs that seem to whisper your name in forgotten tongues. That air has traveled from mountains where the wise engraved their chants in stone. It has crossed deserts where spirits guarded secrets, and now it reaches you. Why now? Because your soul is at a crossroads, and the cards, the stars, and the ancestral voices demand your attention. This is not chance, this is not coincidence. It is a call renewed. Just as the dawn does not ask permission to be born, this message does not ask permission to reveal itself. It has arrived because it had to, and you are here because you were meant to listen. Let me warn you again, with the firm sweetness of a mother who protects. There are still chains you do not see. Some are not made of iron but of repeated words. How many times have you heard, "You can't, it's too hard, it's not for you"? Those phrases, repeated, became shadows that walk with you. Do you feel them when you doubt, when your heart wants to leap but your mind stops it? Those voices are not yours. They are inherited echoes. The cards make it clear. The Nine of Swords shows restless nights, thoughts crowding like dark birds. But do not fear. Those birds are not eternal, they are messengers. They warn you not to keep sleeping on the same pillow. What will you change in your routines to cleanse your air? Remember, when you transform a habit, you disarm an enemy. Justice, who already presented herself in the first revelation, demands your attention again. This time not only as a balance, but as a mirror. Divine justice wants you to look at yourself without disguises. Where have you deceived yourself? Where have you allowed small injustices out of fear of arguing? The tarot does not judge you, it shows you. And cosmic justice tells you, you can no longer deny your worth. You can no longer minimize your talent just to avoid making others uncomfortable. Why would you hide what shines? Hiding your light to protect others is like hiding the sun so no one gets burned. Impossible, and also unfair to you. Do not fear. The sword of justice cuts the ties of your shyness and hands you the right to be honest with yourself. I see in your birth chart a vibrant Mars, lit in your house of action, demanding courage. But beside it, Saturn raises its hand to remind you that patience is a virtue. So listen to the prophecy. You will have opportunities, but not all are pure gold. Some are mirages. Your challenge will be to discern. What will you do when someone offers you an easy path? What will you do when a promise arrives wrapped in flowers but hides thorns? The oracle says it clearly. Use your intuition as a compass. And here I give you the second seal, the decree you already know and that lights up again today. I claim my light, I release my chains, and I walk in truth. Repeat it when you doubt. Repeat it when the proposal seems too good. Repeat it when fatigue tries to dim your enthusiasm. Gemini, never forget. You are a dual sign, a sign of two faces, two wings, two paths. But you are not two people. You are a bridge. And the bridge does not break for holding shores, it strengthens. Could it be that your mission is precisely to learn to dance between poles without losing yourself in either? Some will call you indecisive, but the stars call you versatile. Some will say you don't know what you want, but your cards say you know too much, and that's why choosing is hard. Do not let them label you. You are infinite in forms. Remember, where others see contradiction, you see nuances. That is your wealth. Now attend to what love wants to reveal. I see in the Two of Cups a deep encounter, a union that is no coincidence. Do you feel it? A gaze that repeats, A message that appears at the perfect time. A person who seemed passing but returns to your stage. Do not ignore these signs. The universe offers you an opportunity for sincere connection. But here is the warning. Do not confuse need with love. True union does not demand that you lose yourself. It demands that you be more yourself. If that person nurtures your freedom, if that gaze invites you to fly, there lies sacred love. If, on the other hand, it cuts your wings, it is not love, it is attachment. And you are no longer here for attachments that hurt. Write this in the comments as an anchor. I choose relationships that lift me up. On money matters, the Three of Pentacles appears, speaking of collaboration, of joint projects, of fruits born when you share your vision. Your talents are many, but the card advises, don't do it all alone. Seek alliances. But not just any alliance. Look for people who respect your rhythm, who recognize your effort, who do not try to shine by dimming your lamp. An interesting proposal will arrive in weeks, and your task will be to measure if the energy you receive is as clean as the energy you give. If it is, go ahead. Prosperity will come. If not, remember that saying no is also wealth. Work shows movement. The Knight of Wands brings changes, relocations, new proposals. Have you been offered something involving travel, a new team, a new role? Do not be afraid. Change brings challenges, yes, but also opens doors you secretly longed for. The key will be your attitude. If you take it with enthusiasm, the wheel will turn in your favor. If you take it with fear, you will lose the spark. Do not forget, your mind creates your stage. Your decree is your contract with destiny. Spiritual energy. Strong, sensitive, open. You are receiving messages in dreams, without a doubt. Have you noticed repeating symbols? Water, birds, doors, mirrors. Do not ignore them. Write them down when you wake. They are pieces of a puzzle your guides are assembling with you. And when confusion tries to cloud your vision, return to the decree. I claim my light, I release my chains, and I walk in truth. That phrase repeated is like lighting 3 candles on an invisible altar. Each time you say it, another chain breaks. Power color. Emerald with silver sparks. That tone connects you to healing and clarity. Lucky numbers 7, 14, 21, and 40. Repeat the 7 like a mantra. It is your guiding number in this cycle. Each time you see it on clocks, plates, accounts, understand that the universe winks at you. And now listen well. You are not alone on this journey. There are beings who watch you with tenderness from realms your eyes cannot see. Ancestors, guides, guardians, all celebrating your decision to hear this message. And if you receive it with gratitude, make a small gesture. Give a like to this encounter as one who lights a candle on the cosmic altar. That gesture is more than a click. It is a symbolic act. It is your way of saying, yes, I receive the guidance. Yes, I open myself to more signs. Yes, I commit to my path. By doing so, you not only support these words, you support yourself. The Oracle wants to close this section with a promise. I see the 10 of Cups, the card of fullness, of family, of shared joy. Is it not beautiful? After the warning, after the shadows, comes the announcement of happiness. This promise is not immediate, but it is on your horizon. Moments of laughter, sincere embraces, tables shared without masks. That will come if you maintain your faith and clarity. Victory, love, and abundance are not mirages. They are a written destiny. And you are already walking toward it. For now, keep these words in your heart. Do not take them as prediction, but as revelation. You are co-creator, you are a bridge, you are a voice. And if doubt knocks on your door again, remember what you already decreed. I claim my light, I release my chains, and I walk in truth. You hear the echo again, Gemini, the one that does not come from the outside world but from the sacred chamber you carry within. It is not a foreign voice. It is your own essence speaking to you from a possible future. And I must tell you, you are at a threshold. The deck stirs and the stars confirm that what is being born in you has no return. Do you remember when words like destiny or spiritual path sounded distant? Today they are your steps. Today they are your bread. Today they are your mirror. You did not come to this reading by accident. You were guided, like a spark falling exactly on dry wood at the perfect moment to ignite a fire. Look carefully around you. There are invisible movements that seek to distract you, energies that try to divert you with quick promises or with nostalgias that do not feed you. The devil appears on the table, not as an absolute threat, but as a reminder. What habits keep you trapped? What desires disguised as pleasure end up draining your energy? I do not speak only of people. I speak of patterns. Repetitions that seem sweet but later turn into chains. The devil smiles because he knows that his greatest power is not to bind you, but to make you believe you cannot break free. And here is the revelation. Yes, you can. Yes, you have the key. Yes, you can say, enough. The stars show you a powerful truth. Your freedom does not depend on an external miracle. It depends on your internal decision. Don't you see? Every time you choose consciously, you are breaking a link. The tarot now places you before the tower. But do not be afraid. The tower does not come to destroy you. It comes to liberate you. Have you not felt that certain walls you built no longer let the light in? The tower tears down structures that became cages. It may be a job that no longer nourishes you, a relationship that limits you, or a constant thought that steals your peace. Yes, there will be tremors. Yes, there will be dust in the air. But after the fall, the sky is clear. And among the rubble of the old, the flowers of the new germinate. Ask yourself, Gemini, what walls must fall in your life so fresh air can enter? What masks will collapse so your true face can shine? Do not forget, as you go through the storm, to repeat the decree you already sealed. I claim my light, I release my chains, and I walk in truth. Do not underestimate these words. They are your shield, they are your sword, they are your map. Repeat them softly upon waking. Repeat them when you feel fear. Repeat them when opening an uncertain door. This decree is your cosmic password, your covenant with freedom. The hermit appears again and asks for calm. Not everything will be resolved with shouts or haste. Sometimes the greatest victory is to remain still, to listen to the inner voice. Take silence from time to time. Find your intimate space, even if it is just closing your eyes for a few minutes in the midst of chaos. Silence will be your refuge and your lantern. There you will hear the right direction. There you will know which proposals are genuine and which are traps disguised as gifts. Now, attend to what love continues to whisper into your destiny. The cards say someone from your past still thinks of you, someone who never fully closed the story. But they also show that your soul no longer vibrates at that same level. What will you do if that person reappears? Will you yield to memory or stay in your new horizon? The tarot does not forbid, it only asks. And the answer lies in your chest. The Queen of Cups, symbol of intuition and tenderness, reminds you, choose what nourishes your heart, not what only soothes your nostalgia. Remember the phrase you must write in the comments. I choose relationships that lift me up. Do it now, as a seal of your intention. Writing it is decreeing it on earth. In money matters, the Eight of Pentacles invites you to polish your talents. The abundance that comes will not be random. It will be the fruit of your discipline. A project is coming that requires patience but will bring sure fruits. I see recognition, I see stability, I see rewards for the effort you have already sown. The message is clear. What you work on with love will succeed. Do not let anxiety push you to abandon it too soon. Your wealth will grow like a tree that first sinks invisible roots and then blossoms. Work and purpose. The Ace of Wands burns brightly. New ideas, new opportunities, new passions. If you are thinking of starting a venture, studying something different, or launching yourself into a creative project, this is the sign. Do not ignore the spark. A call, an email, a casual conversation may be the trigger for a work cycle full of expansion. You are at the doors of change, and although at first it may seem risky, the fire of the Ace of Wands confirms that the universe supports your courage. In the spiritual realm, your energy expands. I perceive Neptune's influence in your chart, bringing prophetic dreams, clear intuitions, surprising synchronicities. Clocks, songs, repeated words, everything will be a sign. If you see a number 3 times in a day, stop, give thanks, and observe. The universe does not play at coincidences. It plays at symphony. The color protecting you in this cycle. Deep violet with threads of silver. Lucky numbers 8, 17, 29, and 44. The 17 will be a beacon on your path. When you see it, you will know you are in alignment. And now listen well. What you decree today will be your reality tomorrow. What are you decreeing? Fear or faith? Scarcity or abundance? Be conscious of your words. Repeat with me. I claim my light, I release my chains, and I walk in truth. Feel how it vibrates in your throat, how it shakes your chest, how it lights up your cells. This is your covenant. This is your power. The universe also asks for a gesture of gratitude. Give this message a like, as one who leaves an offering on the cosmic altar. It is not just any click. It is a symbolic act. It is your way of thanking what you have received and of opening yourself to more signs. By doing so, you not only support these words, you commit to yourself to be a conscious receiver of the divine. Remember, what you give thanks for grows. The tarot now shows me the sun. What a glorious card. After darkness, light. After confusion, clarity. The sun illuminates your path, promises joy, success, abundance. It is a sign of victory in every aspect. Love returned, projects that bloom, money arriving, renewed vital energy. The sun shines for you, Gemini, and announces that your days of doubt are fading. The dawn is inevitable, and it is already appearing on your horizon. That is why I tell you, trust. Everything you went through was not in vain. Every tear, every sleepless night, every doubt, was a seed. And those seeds are now sprouting into golden flowers. You are on the right path, even if you sometimes doubt it. Do not let anyone steal your faith. And if the noise returns, if the shadow wants to sneak in, remember your decree. I claim my light, I release my chains, and I walk in truth. The night opens like a dark mantle, but in the middle of it I see your star, Gemini, shining with an intensity that few recognize. That brightness is not by chance. It is the fruit of your struggles, the tears turned into crystals of wisdom, the silences transformed into song. Listen carefully, because now we enter the terrain of the greater promises, into the part where the universe not only warns but rewards, where it not only reveals enemies but shows the crown reserved for you. In the deck the star rises, a card that always announces blessings. And I must tell you, what seemed impossible will open clearly, like a river that finds its course after years of being blocked. The star is the reminder that you were never alone, even if you felt the weight of loneliness. Your guides, your ancestors, your protectors, all have been planting in you the strength necessary for this moment. Why now? Because your soul is ready to receive. Because your spirit, after trials and chains, has understood the value of freedom. Do not ignore the signs that will arrive. They will be synchronicities so evident that they will almost seem like a miracle. An unexpected call, a message arriving at the perfect moment, an encounter that changes the course of your day. These are not accidents. They are golden threads woven by the universe to confirm that victory is near. The tarot also shows me the Empress. She represents abundance, creation, fertility in all its forms. And I do not speak only of physical children, but of projects, ideas, dreams. Everything you plant now will germinate with strength. Have you felt that creative impulse awakening in you? Write it down, draw it, put it into action. The Empress confirms that the ground is fertile and that what you sow will bear fruit. In your personal life, this symbol announces that love will bloom, that true relationships will be strengthened, and that every bond based on honesty and tenderness will multiply. In money matters, the wheel of fortune appears turning again. Remember, this turn is not random. It is divine justice balancing accounts. That which was unjustly denied you, that which seemed blocked, is released. Prepare to receive unexpected income, new opportunities, alliances that open doors. But also prepare to let go of what no longer adds value. The wheel turns, and if you cling to the old, you will get dizzy. Release and trust. Movement brings prosperity. In your work, the cards announce recognition. The Six of Wands appears, a clear sign of triumph, of achievements celebrated publicly. You may receive praise, a promotion, an award, or simply the certainty that your efforts were not in vain. This triumph will not only be personal, it will be shared. Others will see in you an example, and you will become a beacon for those who still doubt. Do you realize how powerful this is? You will move from seeking guidance to being a guide. Spirituality ignites within you more strongly than ever. The Hierophant appears and reminds you that your connection with the divine is strengthening. You may feel called to learn more, to deepen in ancient teachings, to approach practices that elevate you. But do not forget, true spirituality is not only in temples, it is in your everyday life, in how you treat others, in how you speak to yourself. Every word you utter, every decision you make, is a sacred act. And here, once again, I give you the decree that is your golden key. I claim my light, I release my chains, and I walk in truth. Repeat it now, silently or aloud. Repeat as one who draws a circle of protection around themselves. Repeat as one who signs their own contract with the universe. This decree is not an empty phrase. It is the affirmation that reconfigures your cells, that orders your steps, that opens invisible doors. Color accompanying you in this stage: radiant gold with emerald tones, symbol of wealth and expansion. Lucky numbers: 10, 19, 25, and 55. The 19, which coincides with the Sun card in the tarot, promises clarity and triumph. Each time you see it, remember that your victory is written. In love, during this cycle, things become clearer than ever. The King of Cups appears, announcing emotional maturity. It may be a person arriving in your life with stability, deep affection, and nobility, or it may be your own transformation into a more loving version of yourself. In either case, the message is clear. You are no longer here for games or half-loves. You are here for true love, sincere, that elevates your soul. And if you are already in a relationship, this cycle will bring reconciliation, understanding, and depth. The tarot also reveals that the hidden enemies who once appeared will lose power. Justice is still acting, and the truth always comes to light. What was hidden from you will be revealed. What was taken from you will be returned. What was denied will be multiplied. This is the time of your vindication. And now listen carefully. Write in the comments this phrase as a seal of your destiny. I declare that abundance comes to me. Write it as a decree, as a key that opens your future. And if you feel gratitude for this message, perform a small symbolic act. Give it a like, as one who offers gratitude to the universe. That gesture is not only external support, it is a pact with yourself, a commitment to open to more messages, more signs, more abundance. Remember, Gemini, life does not put trials in your way to destroy you, it puts them there to polish you. Every shadow faced, every chain broken, every wall torn down, has been preparation. Now is the time for victory, for love that fulfills, for money that flows, for work that inspires, for spirituality that sustains. Now is your time. And if you doubt, return to the decree, your sacred key. I claim my light, I release my chains, and I walk in truth. Listen with an open heart, Gemini. For now we reach the final stretch of this revelation. The journey was not in vain. From the first warning to the justice that unfolded, from the shadow that tried to chain you to the promise of abundance, everything has woven a perfect thread that now culminates in your victory. You are not reading this out of whim, but because the universe decided that today would be the day a sacred verdict was pronounced over your life. And that verdict is, darkness no longer has power over you. The tarot places before you the World card. Do you understand? This is the culmination, the completed cycle, the wheel closed and reborn. The world announces that you are reaching the end of a long stage of trials and entering a new dawn. There will be fulfillment, there will be achievements, there will be recognition both internal and external. Your struggles were not useless, your tears were not wasted, every drop nourished the roots of your tree. And now that tree blossoms, and its fruit will be nourishment not only for you but for those around you. You are the witness of your own resurrection, and the universe celebrates with you. Justice, the star and the sun, which had already been revealed, gather in this finale as witnesses of your victory. The message is clear. What seemed lost returns multiplied. What seemed broken is rebuilt stronger. What seemed stagnant flows quickly. The universe conspires in your favor because you chose to be faithful to yourself. And that faithfulness will always be rewarded. In love, I see promises fulfilled. The Ten of Cups appears again, confirming that you will find harmony, union, and true tenderness. If you are alone, someone arrives with a different energy, mature, sincere, who understands your soul without you needing to explain. If you are already in a relationship, the cards show reconciliation and shared growth. Love becomes a source, not a burden, a relief, not a torment. Prepare for deep conversations, for gazes that heal, for embraces that seal destinies. In money matters, the Empress and the King of Pentacles confirm abundance. I do not speak of empty promises. I speak of real stability, of constant income, of doors opening at key moments. A promotion may come, a fruitful business, a powerful alliance. The message is clear. The time of scarcity has ended, and the time of harvest has begun. The seed you cared for with patience will bear visible fruit. In work, the Six of Wands shines again. Your effort will be publicly recognized. You will not only receive material achievements, but your name will begin to be respected. You will be a reference, you will be a guide, you will be a light. That which seemed like invisible effort will finally be valued. And in spirituality, the Hierophant and the Star confirm your elevated connection. Your dreams will be portals. Your meditations will be answers. Your silences will be prayers. You will not need to anxiously seek signs. They will come by themselves, clear and precise. It is time to trust that the divine walks with you. Protective color for this end of cycle, radiant white, symbol of purity and new beginnings, with golden sparkles announcing glory. Lucky numbers 9, 18, 27, and 99. The 9 will remind you that every ending is a beginning. The 99 will be your code of complete transformation. And here, in this closure, remember once more your golden key. Repeat with me, as the final seal of this reading. I claim my light, I release my chains, and I walk in truth. Say it 3 times, as one who signs an eternal pact with their soul. I claim my light, I release my chains, and I walk in truth. I claim my light, I release my chains, and I walk in truth. I claim my light, I release my chains, and I walk in truth. Now, with your heart serene, write in the comments the final phrase of this journey. I declare my victory in love, in abundance, and in truth. Write it as a seal, as a decree, as an act of faith. And if you feel gratitude for having received these words at the exact moment, honor the universe with a simple yet powerful gesture. Give this message a like, as one who lights a candle on the invisible altar. That gesture is not a mere click. It is a commitment with yourself. It is a thanksgiving to the cosmos. It is a key that opens more messages, more blessings, more illuminated paths. Remember, Gemini, darkness tried to stop you, but failed. Hidden enemies tried to confuse you, but you lost the fear. Chains tried to bind you, but today they no longer hold you. Divine justice acted and will always act, because nothing remains hidden from the light. And what is revealed today is an eternal truth. Victory is yours, love is yours, abundance is yours, peace is yours. I close this revelation with an embrace from soul to soul. You are not alone. You never were. Every step you took in the darkness led you to this dawn. And now that the sunrise has come, walk with confidence. For life sustains you and the universe applauds you. This sacred message ends here, Gemini. May the light accompany you, may abundance surround you, may love hold you. And when you doubt, remember, your destiny was already written in stars of victory.